Hello again, and this is the Real Lies of Beverly Hills. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review, episode 11. Let's just get into it. So we open the episode with Kyle's fabulous house in La Quinta. On the inside though, it's dirty as hell. They clearly had a fun night and dishes are everywhere, food's still out. You see like the flies on the food. The ladies come downstairs. They all look hungover. I love how Lisa Rinna says, we need to have somebody come. The privilege. We need somebody to come over and clean this mess up. They're reflecting on the heavy conversation or Erica's lies about Tom's car accident the night before. We see Erica leave to the hotel. And then they had a little dance party of some of the most stiff dancing I've ever seen. Like, Kyle is literally on all fours, just dipping her spine in and out. I'm guessing that's twerking to her. Lord, and with each episode, there's a new headline. And the new headline is Tom Girardi is secretly hospitalized for serious illness. So Kyle is reading it out as they're all drinking coffee. They're like, what? So Dorit, Rinna, and Kyle, they're all in a circle talking about it. They have no questions for Erica. They're just really sympathetic for her. They're just saying like, there's just so much she can't talk about. Okay, so Crystal arrives. I love how Kyle mentions, oh, I love your pants. You get a little smirk from Sutton. And then the cameraman zooms in on her pants. Shady production, shady cameraman. And then Erica Jane walks in. And of course, her sheep are flocking to her, asking her, is she okay or not? So it looks like half the ladies are going to stay at Kyle's house and then the rest are going to be out doing an activity. We see Dorit in her confessional and she's reflecting on Erica Jane's drama, just saying that she didn't know how bad it was until the evening prior. And she's just wondering, like, if they're friends, why doesn't she feel comfortable explaining this information? I really do feel like with each headline that comes out every episode, Erica knew about it. She knows about it. She's just not telling the other ladies. It's just so fascinating how Erica has some of the ladies compliant with whatever she tells them, like Rinna, Dorit, and Kyle. So Kathy Hilton comes downstairs. She says she didn't get any sleep because the thermostat was on 76. 76 in the house while I'm asleep. We fighting. My thermostat should be at 68, and that is the highest it should be. Like, anything over 68 is unacceptable. Damn, that house is so messy. How come Kyle didn't get no help? La Quinta is so beautiful. And by the way, y'all, Palm Springs was amazing. Such a great trip. So we're with the ladies that are out, and they're taking a break from bike riding, and Kyle gets a call from Kathy saying, do you have a straw in the house? After Kyle says she doesn't know, like Kathy gets real stern. Well, can you get me a straw, please? And some chia seeds. She's a character. She is a character. And she's dead ass. Like, I need a straw, Kyle. Kyle! And some chia seeds. So they're talking about Kathy and about why she's so eccentric. And Kyle's like, well, she used to stay in the Waldorf Astoria, and this woman is married to like a billionaire. She's a Hilton Empire. She probably has a servant wherever she goes and is driven everywhere. So her being out of that element is kind of hilarious. Like, she's literally a woman that lives in a bubble. And unlike Ramona, like, she's just so much more endearing. Here we go again. Y'all notice how Kyle be just bringing up other people's business? Now she's bringing up Erica again. And no one is questioning the story. They're just saying, oh my goodness. Could you imagine just with an 81-year-old and he's cheating on you? I wonder what Erica thinks seeing this, as all the ladies are just talking about her finances and her legal situation. That's probably why she didn't tell him shit in the first place. I just know Denise is watching this season with a big bowl of popcorn, just enjoying every episode. So the ladies get back to the house and clearly someone was called because now the kitchen is spotless. So we find out that Erica has Tom has a property in La Quinta as well, and it's really close to Kyle. Erica has no idea where it is. We even see a flashback of her talking about like how she has a house next to Kyle's. They're really about to get on Zillow and look for the place because Erica don't know. Does anyone else find that weird? According to Erica, she's asked Tom about the property and she never got a straight answer. I don't understand how she's married to this man for that long and don't know where her properties are. I mean, I could see if it was like maybe Kathy Hilton, like in her properties, but Erica, I'm sure y'all had maybe like 3 or 4 homes at the most. You've never been to this property, ever. Lord, and now she's implying, well, someone has to be in the house. And now, of course, with Kyle, she's like, well, you know what I was thinking. And of course she's implying, well, maybe Tom has a whole other family in this house. And Erica again is saying, you know, I've thought about it, but you know, what do I know? But Erica doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything unless Tom tells her about it. She's a damsel in distress, innocent. So now we see the ladies telling Erica about what they read today. And of course, Erica doesn't know anything about it. And wow, they're just really handling her with some kid gloves. Wow, like, just every episode, I'm gonna mention this, they did not give Denise the same grace. And it's so obvious. So after that, the ladies leave the house and are headed to play croquet. Now my hand is on the fast forward button, so I'm ready, y'all. Yep, it's a fast forward. So after they play croquet, they're in a little circle, and they're saying Garcelle should be at the house any moment. Rinna and Kyle are talking about their relationship with Garcelle so far. I think at this time, Garcelle wasn't following either of them, but I checked, of course, and they're all following each other. I know for one thing, Kyle checked it because the most important thing to her is being liked. And I'm sure Lisa Rinna cares if Garcelle is following her or not, because no one on this cast wants to be the one that doesn't get along with the black girl. So Garcelle finally arrives, and she wasn't lying. She must have definitely asked Naomi Campbell for a hazmat suit, because she comes in with a hazmat suit and heels. And she actually makes it look fabulous. Like, I think the waist is cinched in. Now, Lisa Rinna, I clocked that shade. She's like, oh, this is the fun Garcelle that I love, like the non-judgmental one. Garcelle was always fun. Don't try it. You tried it. You tried it. Garcelle's like, these bitches had COVID. I'm not taking any chances. Y'all not about to F up my coin. So it's later in the evening, and we're at the resort where I think Crystal, Erica, and Garcelle are staying. So we're with Crystal, and Garcelle is meeting up with her first. I don't like these hotel rooms. They look so basic. And then they have the little half bathroom open. You can see the toilet in the background as they talking. It's so near the kitchen. Like, is she in a La Quinta Inn? So Crystal is filling Garcelle in about all the tea Erica spilled the night before. And Garcelle is shocked to hear cheating allegations because 1 month ago, and thank you production for providing the footage, like Erica told her that she didn't suspect cheating. So yeah, which is it? Because you're telling different things to different people. You need to get your story straight. So all the ladies get together, I think at Erica's. I hope people don't take it the wrong way that they have Crystal making the drinks for everybody, because just as a bartender, I like making drinks for everybody because I'm good at it. So I get how she, doesn't mind volunteering making the drinks. But I could just see like somebody trying to make it problematic. Oh, why they got the Asian girl making drinks for them? So they're all chilling with their drinks, and she says she learned how to go into a bank in March to make a deposit, never had a debit card. Okay, Erica, you're 50 years old. You've been in a relationship with Tom for 22 years. What about before that? You never went into a bank before that? Because, I can see Kathy Hilton. She comes from money, but Erica doesn't. Kathy Hilton's like, I don't know how to use one. And Kathy Hilton, we know, girl. Like, sip your drink. So at the dinner table, Kyle tells Erica that she did some Googling and she found her house. And I'm sure Kyle did that because she has a lot of free time. Kyle also says the house was sold, and Erica didn't even know that. And then Sutton brings up, well, in the legal process, all you gotta do is look up the forensics in the divorce. And Sutton looks like she knows what she's talking about, because I'm sure she got paid massively from her ex-husband. Erica is making sure that we know, the audience, that she had no idea the house was sold. Yeah, they talking about the money and trying to find it, but Erica is silent. Because I'm like, okay, Erica is entitled to some money, but maybe there is no money. So the topic of conversation has changed to some silly game. I might just fast forward through this. Something pretty funny I got out of watching them play this game, though, was it was Crystal's turn to think of a word that describes herself. And she was pretty stumped. And then Kyle was like, what would Confucius say? Now, my mouth dropped as well as some of the ladies at the table. And lucky for Kyle, like, she wasn't doing a microaggression. Crystal is actually related to Confucius, so it was okay. I know the other ladies was like, woo. Later in the game, Garcelle and Erica make a connection at the table, and Garcelle says that her and Erica are very similar. Like, they're both hard on the outside, but there's a soft person in the inside. And I used to love Erica, but I would say my opinion of her changed when she went off on Aileen. I think the exact moment where I started to side-eye Erica was when she went off on Aileen in Hong Kong at the table. I was like, who is this? And that wasn't even warranted. Ooh, the foreshadowing. But yeah, that's when I started to like raise my eyebrow at her. So it's the next day and half the ladies are going shopping while Crystal, Erica, and Garcelle are going hiking. Side note, I love Garcelle, but right now she is dressed like she's about to rob a bank. Like she's about to do like a jewelry heist, something. So this is a funny scene with Garcelle. Turns out she's one of 7 children, just like me. She's the last. She's 7 of 7. I am 6 of 7. And I can relate to Garcelle. Like, it's hard to like remember all your siblings' names. It's like trying to call out the 7 dwarves, almost. Let me think of my siblings. So there's Booker Jr., Evan, Tyranny, Javon, Daryl, Jeremy. Oh, I got all of them. Okay, well, yeah. And shout out to my siblings if y'all watching. So they find a spot to overlook the scenery, and then meanwhile we're with the other ladies who decided to go shopping. I think the only reason Erica didn't go because, I mean, she can't afford it anymore. What is Sutton wearing? Like, what Muppet had to die for that coat? And then the big yellow question mark on the back of it. That outfit is a question mark. I think the only interesting part of this, we get a cameo from Nikki Hilton. I think I can fast forward. So now we're back with the other ladies who chose a spot to sit down and enjoy the scenery. Erica's asking how everyone is, but Garcelle's like, well, how are you? So they're having questions about her legal issues, and Erica tells them that there's a hearing today. She don't know what it's about, but she'll find out later. Ooh, and Garcelle is asking the good questions. Like, she's asking the questions that we want to know. So she's like, well, you each had your own business, his business and your business. Did you have an allowance? She says she didn't have an allowance. Like, Garcelle is on the real right now. Ooh, and then Garcelle is asking, did y'all share like property, the houses or whatever? Erica's still answering the questions. She said that she didn't know anything about it. Okay, girl. So in the confessional, Erica's like, everything was credit cards, everything. And then Tom would give her some cash. So that is an allowance, isn't it? Oh, yes, Garcelle. Did you get a heads up? Is that why you divorced? Of course they go to a commercial break before she answers this question. And oh my God, they are really shoving down Iman and Tiana Taylor's relationship down our throats. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Do y'all care about that new Tiana Taylor show? It looks boring. Anywho though, Erica answers the question. She's like, hold on. No, I did not. It looked like she needed to choose her words carefully. I'm like, I mean, come on. That is the reason for the divorce to me. Like, she got a heads up. She saw the house of cards were falling. She needed to get out. Because if she stayed with him, she would have been an accomplice. But Erica says this was a long time coming about the divorce. She was unhappy. It had nothing to do with the lawsuits that were coming. So she's talking about Tom's accident, his head injury, his like mental decline. Like, does she think we're stupid? Like, she knows she's on camera and that is the alibi that Tom's lawyers are using. He didn't have the mental faculties to know what he was doing was wrong, but he was stealing from people for years. So I'm not sure how they can use that as an excuse. Like, Erica is clearly helping him. Like, he can't be the devil and then you be like sorry for him that he's in mental decline. It's not adding up. 1 + 1 does not equal 5. And Erica's saying that while Tom was declining, they would have like multiple conversations, like the same conversation over and over. But he would get mad at her when she like corrected him or said, you talked about that already. Said he would like viciously berate her. Ooh, Garcelle, you need a raise for this. So she really got out of Erica saying that she believes that Tom didn't do it with intent. Like, I heard that. She's saying it's because of the mental decline. Like, he wouldn't do this on purpose. So as they're walking back, Erica shares another bombshell. Like, Crystal says, you know, you're going to get through this. And Erica's saying that she wishes all this pain that Tom is in will stop for him. And, you know, she can't talk to him like she's not supposed to talk to him. Like, it was recommended. But she says that Tom calls her every day. So that makes her story even more interesting. That Tom contacts her every day. I don't think she was supposed to say that. Maybe she forgot she was mic'd. She said she had to call Tom's attorneys to tell him to stop contacting her. And she's also telling them that he said that he loves her, he misses her, come home. Wait a minute, I thought you couldn't talk to him. So that means you couldn't answer the phone. So how do you know he's saying this? So that means he's still contacting you. Y'all can talk to each other. See, it's not adding up. It's not. Wow, I think she didn't realize how contradictory that is now. So now all the ladies get back to Kyle's house. So now all the ladies are just sitting around in the living room. Crazy Kathy brings tacos for lunch, and now they're talking about Christmas. And Erica's saying she's going to put up a tree, you know, trying to make it feel homey. So again, Kyle, now y'all pay attention, she brings up Erica's mess again. She's like, oh, what's the latest on what's all going on? And Erica's saying that she might go back early with all the stuff that she's dealing with. So then Garcelle says, if you don't mind me sharing, Erica told me that Tom still calls her every day. The looks on everybody's faces, they all just turned straight to Erica. And at this moment, Erica knew that she fucked up. She knew she fucked up. Okay, so at this moment, she knew she fucked up and didn't get her story straight because she knows now she has some more explaining to do. Maybe she forgot she was mic'd, but she knew she wasn't supposed to share that Tom calls her every day. Ooh, and then she tells Garcelle, well, actually, I do mind, and it feels like a betrayal of my friendship, but go ahead. This is your moment. Excuse me? Who the fuck are you talking to? Are you talking to Garcelle like this? Oh no. Garcelle is so calm. She's like, no, I don't want to do it like that. Oh my God, I'm angry because I need Garcelle to like, bitch, who you talking to? Oh, and Erica is curt. So let me tell the fucking story. Why is she getting so irritated? Like she told some secret. Like we were gonna find out. So you said it on camera. You said it while you were mic'd. Why are you angry at Garcelle? So she admits to the group that Tom calls her and she doesn't accept the phone call. She tells Garcelle, well, you got out of me once and you got out of me again. So don't fucking sugarcoat it. Wow. She is really going off. The other ladies are silent. Garcelle is looking flabbergasted. Like she did not expect this. She's like, this woman just told me this on camera. Why couldn't I share it? And she's like, that was not her intention. And I believe Garcelle. I don't believe there was any malice behind it. Ooh, and Erica is mad. So mad. And I'm going to quote a housewife who isn't saying anything now. Ooh, you're so angry. And then we see Kyle in her confessional saying, this is a side of Erica that we've all seen before, and it's very different when she loses her temper. It's a different Erica. And I think that's the real Erica. So production reminds us, first it came out when she went against Aileen. The second one was when she went off on Dorit. And then the last one was when Teddy called her a liar. So yeah, there's history of Erica's true colors coming out. No one knows why she's upset, but no one wants to go against her. Everyone is silent right now, like a teacher scolding a student right now. Garcelle is so confused. She was so open about it. Like, how did I betray her trust? Here we go. I was sharing a private moment, something that wasn't said. And Lisa Rinna is just like holding her, comforting her. And sometimes, not everything is up for discussion. Girl, Girl, you were mic'd, you were on camera, you didn't have no problem telling that spider web of lies in the last episode. But as soon as Garcelle says something, oh, it's a problem. Like, yeah, you outed yourself, you didn't get your lies straight. Garcelle does not deserve this. I don't like this at all. White woman tears, yet again. Like, I don't like this. Like, Garcelle did not mean anything behind it. Just like the last time with Aileen, bringing up a hypothetical scenario. I want Garcelle to curse her out. Erica got the right one with this one because I know any other chick would not have taken this from Erica. Erica just said she think that was dirty of Garcelle, and Garcelle's like, Erica. Like, at that point, I wanted Garcelle to lean over and whop her over the head. But Garcelle is class. She's not going to do that. And Erica is saying that you didn't have to do it twice. You didn't have to mention it in front of the other ladies. And apparently, like, she told Crystal that she didn't want to talk about it anymore, but Garcelle didn't hear her. And that's why Crystal didn't bring it up. I don't care. I don't care. Give Garcelle a raise. Like, Garcelle didn't hear it. There was no malice behind it. What's the difference between saying Tom calls her every day? It was no big deal. The reason why she was mad is because she fucked up. Like, I know her lawyers are like pulling their hair out their heads because she basically outed herself in a lie. The other ladies, radio silence. I hate this. I really do. I'm mad. Exactly, Garcelle. Like, these friends that she had at the house, like, she's known them way longer than Garcelle, so why they didn't know about it? So she gets up and excuses herself and goes to the bathroom. Look like she's about to start hyperventilating. And Kathy Hilton making sense. She's like, I don't understand. Like a phone call? That's what she's getting mad about? Yeah, she's getting mad because she was caught in a lie. She was caught in a lie. Don't even try, Dorit. Shut your ass up. All you need to do is sit there and look pretty in your fashions that you probably can't afford. Don't be trying to insinuate Garcelle did that on purpose. Garcelle nipped that in the bud right then and there. She's like, I didn't do this on purpose. Don't make it seem like that. Oh, Garcelle's about to cry. Sutton is getting back on my good side. She's like, wait a minute, like, what did Garcelle ask that was such a problem? People don't react like that over something as small as that. So now we're with the camera that followed Erica to the bathroom, and Erica again, she's mic'd so we can hear, and she's sobbing in the bathroom saying, I've tried to be open and honest. Yeah, you tried, girl, and you failed. Wow. And with that, we just zoom in on the bathroom door to hear her keep sobbing, and that's where the episode ends. Ooh, like when the first time I watched this at the end, I was gagged. Gagged that she went off on Garcelle like that. I didn't even see that in the previews. Like, we were expecting Sutton, but not Garcelle. Wow. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about that scene, because Garcelle did not deserve that. Erica, I'm sorry. I liked you, but you're lying. Or you can't get your story straight. Which is it? But yeah, great episode. The ladies are delivering. Next episode, it's just getting better and better. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. It's getting so good. Bye.